Yes, I'm Zoe Kriegler Wenk. I graduated in 2014 and now I attend Smith College. I'm undeclared right now, but what I'm looking into is a theater major with an emphasis in playwriting.
And where is Smith College?
It's in Northampton, Massachusetts, the other side from Boston. Yeah.
Okay. So why did you pick that school?
Well, I knew I wanted to go to a liberal arts school, maybe a smaller school, and so I toured a few on the East Coast. I thought it would be interesting to go to the East Coast because I've always lived on the West Coast, and I really fell in love with it mostly by visiting and getting the feel of the atmosphere and the students. And then I did an interview with an alum when I was back at home, and she actually asked me really interesting questions, and we had a really interesting discussion as opposed to the formulated questions that everyone asks you. And so I got home and I just said, Mom, I'm applying early decision. I know this is what I want to do because I want to be like her. I want to be part of this community. So I decided to apply early decision and it went from there. It was definitely a big change, mostly because I was far away. I had to manage things by myself. But also, it was a little easier than I expected because you're not really alone. You have people that you live with if you live in a dorm. We call them houses where at Smith, but I live in a house with like 50 other people, and they're really helpful. They have head of new students that help you move in, academic advisors just within your community. And so I think that was really helpful for me in the transition, just being welcomed by people who are ready to help you. And I felt like I had a solid community over there to the point that it wasn't really hard for me to be so far away from home. And I could still come back at winter break and in summer. And so that was a comfort for me. But I think it was actually easier than I expected. I would recommend kind of taking that leap if you feel ready, because there are people who definitely will help you. What I really like is kind of the freedom and the excitement of the students to, work on a project, to pursue the thing that they're really interested in. I got involved in the theater department and did some staged readings of original works and just met people who were really passionate about student theater. And it's just really exciting to be among people who know that they really like this and that they're going to put a lot of effort into it and who get excited about the same things you get excited about. And also just having a community around you is really important. And since we have a house system, we do this thing where we have tea every Friday together, and we actually have a dining hall in our house. We have a few smaller dining halls in different houses, so we eat dinner together, and it really makes this community that I think is really important. That's probably my favorite part, I would say. What I really like is that there are a lot of fun events that you can go to. We've had events, especially around finals, because they try to make it less stressful for you. So we've had events that have, bouncy houses, and we've raced each other through bouncy houses. We had a mechanical bull, donut eating contests. There's always a show or an a cappella performance you can go to. For Halloween, my friends and I dressed up like warrior princesses and went around. We still trick-or-treated through the houses. And at the very beginning, it's kind of like a shocker, but we have convocation, which I know some schools do. It's where they welcome new students and talk about other people who got awards. But at Smith, it kind of turned into this whole big party thing where each house has their theme, kind of like a spirit day actually, and you dress up that way and you go and you cheer as loud as you can for your house, and afterwards you go and do something like go swim in the pond at night or something. And it's just kind of it's kind of shocking when you first get there as a little freshman, but it's a really fun way to get involved in the community.